Prefer when I'm by myself. I don't wanna hang around y'all. Pray for good health.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to another edition of Combat Sports Weekly. And with me is JC Reyes of Destroy MNL. What's up, baby boy?
What's up? What's up, everyone? Kamusta?
Good week for fights. And we are
Yeah.
going to promote an upcoming local event, which is I am super excited about. Okay? I'm very excited to cover this one. It's going to be a barn burner of an event. Everyone, we are live on Facebook and on YouTube, Coach Franco's Corner. We're also live on MMA Davao, so please follow those pages. Please share this live this parang hassle sabihin live show eh. Puta, parang I have to think of another term. So guys, kung meron kayo ibang term na pwede kong sabihin, kasi yung iba, I hear a lot of people say, please share this live show. I was like, teka, parang sama, parang may negative
Broadcast, siguro.
Broadcast, yes, that is good.
Live
Ayan,
broadcast.
see? That's why we got JC here. So please share this live broadcast to your pages. Please tell everyone that we're talking about combat sports. We want to grow the community. We want you to be part of the discussion. We would love to hear your thoughts. Put them in the comment section. Again, don't forget to follow and subscribe to our channels. We are all over social media. Just type in Coach Franco's Corner or just type my name. Type in JC Reyes' name. No Tito Carl, or I don't know if Tito Carl is going to join us later on. He's a very busy guy. Ayan, of course, as always, big shout out to our resident educator, Mamoy. Mamoy, thank you for ayan, chismis. Yes, may chismis.
Nako, nag-aantay ng chismis.
Nag-aantay ng chismis. Yeah, marites na marites kasi to. So, kailangan niya ng chismis. Everyone, we are going to at least have an idea of what's happening, what to look forward to. So, let's kick off everything with the recent, announcement that Edward Folayang is fighting John Wayne Parr. Please, JC, let me know your thoughts about that one.
Well, matagal naman na natin binabanggit yung idea that Edward Folayang could be better off fighting sa striking only, given he's really more of a striker than an MMA fighter. I mean, he's been champion in MMA, pero prior to going into MMA, sobrang lakas na striker ni Edward way back. So, tapos, I mean, the idea is great kasi why not go back to your roots, diba? I mean, he's a national wushu champion. Bakit hindi siya mag-focus ulit on that skill of his?
Diba?
Plus, ang kalaban niya pa si John Wayne Parr. Retirement fight na ata ni John Wayne Parr to eh.
For a retirement fight, fight, it's very interesting. And at the same time, you would want to see this for the simple reason that it's Edward Folayang.
Yeah.
Ako, the way that, I mean, this fight is interesting for me kasi Edward is going to pose different threats. He's going to provide a different dynamic when it comes to striking. I have yet to figure out kung ano pa yung rule sets that they will follow. Is it gonna be a Muay Thai rule set? Is it gonna be a kickboxing rule set? Pero ang maganda kasi doon, hindi straight up Muay Thai fighter si Edward.
Yeah.
Edward is a wushu fighter, and the kicks, the punches are different, the delivery and the angles are different. So how is John Wayne Parr going to what do you call this? Adjust. Yeah, yan yung mga medyo interesting tidbits na ano. So ikaw, for example, JC, you are one of the people I know that followed Edward's career from the beginning up to this point. How will his experience from all the fight leagues that he's been through coming into the John Wayne Parr fight?
Well, first off, I think this is his home kasi this is a striking only match. I mean, hopefully this is gonna be a kickboxing rule set kasi to be fair for both. I mean, malaking adjustment for Edward if they do the Muay Thai rule set
Mhm.
versus the kickboxing rule set. At least kapag kickboxing rule set, pareho silang kailangan mag-adjust. Kasi nga, I mean, John Wayne Parr, although he is a kickboxer too, mas kilala siya in his Muay Thai caliber experience. I mean, this is this is gonna be really really good for Edward Fulhayang. Medyo I think hindi rin magiging madaling fight for John Wayne Parr considering here kailan lang na operahan siya. I mean before his last fight nitong sa One Championship, yung debut fight niya, galing siya sa operation nun eh. I'm not sure
Sino
kung
si John
100%.
Wayne Parr?
Yeah, he had an operation eh. Hindi nga siya sure kung babalik pa siya. Then when inofferan siya ng one to fight under their banner, nag-isip pa siya ng matagal. Then when yun nga nung pumayag siya, I mean I guess naka-apekto yung operation niya na yon. This was from a previous injury kasi. So parang matagal niya nang iniinda. It was a major operation. I'm not sure kung magmamatter yon dito sa laban na to with Edward kasi medyo matagal, parang 1 or 2 years ago yung operation. Pero I mean, if you're a
Tsaka
Muay Thai
grabe rin si
fighter,
John Wayne
diba?
Parr, no? Parang ang
Halimaw
dami niya
din.
ng pinagdaanan. Parang hindi mo
Oo.
alam kung ano na yung, I mean, the amount of scar tissue
Oo.
on his face.
Kung ano na ba talaga yung tunay niya itsura.
Diba? Sa lahat ng ako I'm very curious as to how this will pan out. Hindi ko rin alam kasi talaga like what 1FC is planning. Is it parang I mean you could pair John Wayne Parr with almost anybody pero ano to? So
Akala ko
is it going to be a legend versus legend thing? 'Di ba? Parang ganoon yung gusto nilang
Yun nga
mangyari, 'di ba?
Akala ang unang maingay na matchup dito was Ole Larsen versus versus John
Alam mo,
Wayne Parr.
oh,
Akala ko nga
I
tuloy na
would
yun eh.
love that. Mas gusto ko nga
Yun
yun
na,
actually.
legend versus
Nothing
legend
against
na,
Edward. I love Edward.
Oo.
Pero yung mas gusto ko sana talaga yun eh. Ole Larsen versus John Wayne Parr because the kickboxing and the Muay Thai community have been trying to make that fight happen.
Oo.
Diba?
Saka if you think about it, parang this matchup between Edward and John Wayne Parr, para tuloy naging MMA champ versus kickboxing and Muay Thai champ. Imbis na kickboxing and Muay Thai legends versus kickboxing and Muay Thai legends.
Diba?
Parang ganun
It's
sa
ano
ano
eh.
eh.
Parang hindi ko, parang ako nakita ko sa parang, yeah, okay siya, pero parang, may something eh. Hindi ko ma-explain, pero may something talaga eh. I really hope that Edward wins this. Okay? And of course, our, yan, Michael Saison, local MMA PH,
Oo nga.
Tandy versus Gary Tonin.
Yep.
I am looking forward to this
Wild
fight.
yun.
Okay? Tandy versus Gary Tonin. Gary Tonin everybody knows Gary Tonin as a high-level grappler, world champion level. Pero what's very fascinating about Gary Tonin, his ability to strike. As in, nag-improve yung striking niya. So, I'm really looking forward to the strategies that Gary Tonin will utilize for this fight. Tsaka, parang ako talaga if everything fails, just take him down. Diba?
Oo nga.
Easiest bet mo. Okay, ayaw mo. Okay, I'm gonna take you down. Diba? I'm gonna take you down. Then we're gonna submit you. Diba? Ikaw, what are your thoughts on that fight? That's very interesting,
Yun nga eh. I mean, I honestly don't know a lot about Stanley aside from yung panalo niya kay Martin Nguyen noon before. Pero I know that he's a really tough one. Pero sa grappling part, I don't believe that he's in the same caliber as Gary Tonin. Pag napunta sa ground tong laban na to, nako, medyo malaking problema for Lee. But we'll never know. I mean, it's MMA.
Oh naman.
Anything can happen.
Tapos, ano yan? Speaking of champion, Mr. Hoffman, Chris Hoffman,
Yeah.
all the way from Switzerland. Thank you so much for watching, brother. I miss
Yep.
you. Okay, please follow him on social media.
When will we see
And
you fight live again, man?
ano na yan? Siyempre, mas madali na ngayon dahil
Mm.
mas ano na yung mga restrictions eh. So it's going to be very, very interesting
Oo nga.
on the mix of the division. Tsaka kung
Yep.
wala, ang liit niya na ngayon Okay,
Oo
ang
nga
liit
eh.
na ni Hoffman ngayon Parang natural welterweight na siya ngayon. Tama
Parang
ba? Ang alam ko
parang may
Hoff,
balak
what
siya
are you
for a
weighing in right
third
now?
division, ah.
Diba? 3 division champ.
Diba?
Why not?
Diba?
Why not?
Parang magandang match-up yun.
Diba? O ayan, feel ko kaya niya kasi Matsushima
Sa bagay.
nahirapan si Gary. Oh, yeah. That's true. And of course, let's go to UFC action. Okay, UFC
Mhm.
272. The more notable fights. Medyo ano siya, this is one of those main events. This is one of those UFC cards na yung main event lang ang medyo okay for me.
Mhm.
Everything else was like, I mean, sige, Sergey's Peacock, di ba, round 1, that's good against Dan Hardy. Pero, I
Yeah.
mean, di ba, Dan Hardy? Parang hit or miss
Ah,
ka kay Dan Hardy eh.
yeah. Yung isa sa mga ina-highlight nila na fights dito was yung sa prelims kay Tim Elliott and kay Tagir Ulanbekov kasi si Ulanbekov is one of Khabib's guys, and you know,
Mm.
I guess this is one of biggest wins in Tim Elliott's career kasi nga bata ni Khabib yung tinalo niya, and this is the second loss in Khabib's career as a coach. Medyo malaking bagay yan if you look at it. Yung first niya was in Bellator, and ito na nga sa UFC sa fighter niyang si Ulanbekov. Apart from that, syempre, yung is it si Umar, is he his cousin? Tama ba?
Ata.
Yan na, I mean, you know, if you fight Nurmagomedov, expect, you know, expect na malamang sa malang machoke ka saglit lang, which, you know,
Oo.
round one RNC against Brian Kelleher. Ano pa ba? Yung
Hindi,
Ukrainian
other than
fighter.
that, wala eh. For me,
Wala.
to be honest, it's a snooze fest. So you got Kevin Holland, that was the bright spot, 'di ba? Kahit
Yeah.
papano,
Yeah.
'di ba? Kevin Holland second round TKO
Mm.
over Alex Oliveira, and then Edson Barboza decisioning Bryce Mitchell. I mean, for a Barboza fight, 'di ba? You'd kind of expect na medyo may konting flair, pero
Yun nga
again,
eh.
we'll take it. And then we got RDA versus Renato Moicano. Moicano. Moicano is last minute replacement.
Yeah.
So, alam mo yung 5 rounds decision. I don't even know how. Hindi ko alam bakit umabot sa decision. Pero di
Yun nga
ba,
eh.
if you're RDA, you're fighting a replacement
Maybe he
fighter.
took his time na lang kasi he knows he's gonna win anyway. I don't know.
Oh, pwede din, 'di ba? Tapos naging catch weight pa pala to. So we're not sure kung what I forgot what was the catch weight.
160.
'Di ba? So I'm like and then RDA has been trying to call out Khamzat Shamav. So if you're fighting Khamzat, if you want to fight Khamzat and then you perform the way you did against Renato Moicano, I'm not gonna bet anything on you, di ba? Wala, kakainin kang buhay ni Khamzat Shamav dito.
Yun nga eh.
Di ba? Sa totoo lang, di ba? I mean, let's be honest here, di ba? Talagang kakainin kang buhay ni Khamzat Shamav kung ganon.
And si Islam pa, hinahabol niya din. I mean, pero parang ang gusto niyang kalabanin si Islam Makhachev sa 170, which alam naman natin 155 si Islam. He's not gonna go up just to fight anyone. I mean, he's pretty much dominating his fights at 155. So why the need to go up?
Diba, exactly. You want to bait the guy. You're trying to bait the guy into fighting you in your terms. Medyo mahirap yun. And at the same time, there's growing attention kay Makhachev. There's more attention kay Khamzat. So I don't know. They have leverage on this one. And of course, the main event, it's the it's the trash talk of the year fight. So it's Colby Covington versus Jorge Masvidal. Covington won that via decision, 5 rounds. Even if it was a decision, it was really, really good. I really like watching that fight.
Maganda
Everyone.
exchanges, ano?
Oh, good exchanges. Everyone, how did you see the fight? Put it in the comments. Let us know in the comment section. Did you like the Covington and Masvidal fight? What were your favorite moments? Okay, what were you? What were you? I mean, what stood out? Kasi ako, I knew that it wasn't going to be a wrestling game. I
Yeah.
was actually leaning towards na they're just gonna outstrike each other because they both like a good pace. They're very
Yeah.
consistent. Pero what Covington did was actually smart. So he poured on the pressure. He wanted to bridge the gap, and he was able to bridge the gap. Masvidal, on the other hand, had a really good strategy. Leg kicks, calf kicks, front leg kick. Yung front push kick. Ang galing. Di ba? It's just that when he started implementing that, Covington, what do you call this? Adjusted
Yeah.
accordingly. And how did he do that? Di ba? He set up his shots with a barrage of punches until nakikita niya na Masvidal was stepping back. And
He
when
gets
he saw,
overwhelmed a lot sa mga ganong
when he gets
klaseng
overwhelmed,
attacks.
nung medyo malapit na siya sa cage, that's when Covington would go for his shot.
Yeah.
And more often than not, it was a very successful single leg. He would transition to a double leg, go back to a single leg. He would clinch. Diba? The changing of levels was really good. Tapos, the clinch game was really on point. Sabi rin naman ni Masvidal, what did you see, JC? Di ba? How did you compare yung wrestling ni Kobe sa wrestling ni Masvidal?
Wala, malayo eh. I mean, kasi everybody knows na si Masvidal naman talaga is more of a striker than anything else. I mean, we know na doon sa department na yun, mas lamang talaga si Covington. Kahit pa paano mo pagbalik-balik na rin. I mean, there were some parts where interesting enough na defend ni Masvidal yung mga takedown attempts, pero mas marami yung successful na takedowns ni Covington kaysa sa mga failed eh. So talagang doon pa lang malaking problema na for Masvidal when it comes to the points.
Tapos ang tawag dito yung control.
Yeah.
Did you expect that Covington would be able to control Masvidal that way?
Yun nga eh.
Diba?
Yun nga, parang sabi nga nila, na-manhandle si Masvidal ni Covington for that fight eh.
Exactly. As in, sabi ko, totoo ba to? Yeah, I think I saw, kanina ko lang ata nakita, parang I saw a post-fight interview, parang kahit si, ang tawag dito, kahit si Masvidal sabi niya, sorry that my wrestling was absent today.
At least, aminado siya. I mean, unlike other fighters na talagang, I mean, pag may mali silang ginawa sa fight, they make excuses. At least hindi siya nagpalusot.
At least si Masvidal, yeah, that's true. O, diba?
And yun nasa sobrang...
Ayan, may dapat ba na ratio or time dedicated for training both for striking and ground game? To answer this question, Mamoy, it really depends on your opponent and it really depends on the strategy. So, for example, if your opponent is a really good kickboxer or a really good Muay Thai fighter or a really good boxer, and then your level is not at par with him. For example, yun nga, 'di ba? Magaling kang grappler, tapos ang galing na striker ng kalaban mo, 'di ba? Ang gagawin mo ngayon, medyo mga 70-30.
Prime example, Masvidal versus Askren.
Ayan, Masvidal versus Askren.
Diba? Na lang naman din tayo sa usapan na yun.
Diba? Si Askren is a wrestler. So, ang goal niya is take down si Masvidal kasi hindi siya makikipagsabayan sa wrestling. Diba? Hindi siya hindi siya makikipagsabayan sa striking kasi alam niya na lamang si Masvidal doon. So, na-recognize naman ni Masvidal yon. So, nag-improve siya sa timing ng striking niya. So, anong result? 5-second knockout. Parang, is it still the fastest knockout in UFC history?
I think JC? So. I think so. Parang yun pa rin. Wala pa nakakatalo.
Diba? So, ang pinaka dyan, there's no definite answer, but the right answer for me is it really depends on your opponent. It really depends on the strategy that you want to implement.
It's all about micro-adjustments.
Yan, tsaka yung mga micro-adjustments na gusto mong, na gusto mong, what do you call this? Gusto mong implement. Diba? It's the little things. Like, for example, going back to the Masvidal and Covington fight, Masvidal had total control. He was applying the right amount of pressure. He had really good hip control. Para sa kanya, if he gets the leg, diba? If he gets the leg, he's going to take Masvidal down. Tapos nakita niya na, ang hirap i-take down ni Masvidal. Medyo maganda yung balance, maganda yung base niya. So, nung ginawa niya, he started improving the hip control and he wanted to get the back. So, when he was able to get the back, yun na, he started threatening with the rear naked choke, pero at the same time, sumusuntok siya sa muka.
Yeah.
Yun yung mga bagay na mid-game adjustment. Tapos napansin niya ngayon, another smart thing was, so nag-adjust din si Masvidal. He kept focusing on the leg kicks, calf kicks, front kicks. So, nakita niya napapasok lagi si Colby. So, every time na magsiset up ng offense si Colby, lagi niyang i-disrupt yun with leg kicks. Puro sipa. Bihira yung suntok. Puro sipa. Kasi nga, gusto niya merong significant amount of distance between himself and Covington. So, the rare times na, kaya rin siguro feeling ko towards the 4th round or 5th round, yung nachani niya si Covington.
Sayang yung 4th round yun eh. Sayang yun eh. I mean, he should have capitalized on that one. Kaya lang wala.
I totally agree.
Aminado
100%.
din siya eh. Aminado din siya doon.
Nung nakita mo yung JC, what were you thinking? Tapos nakita mo si Masvidal parang umistedy lang.
Umatras. Sabi ko, ano yan? Okay na, pwede mo lang dire-diretso yun. Although nakatayo ka agad si Covington. I mean, if he was able to capitalize on that, malabang na natapos ng grounded, possibly natapos ng grounded pa. Hindi ko alam kung nauubusan na ba siya ng hangin dun sa moments na yun or what, kaya siya umatras. Pero sayang yung opportunity. I mean, these are the small mistakes that you make in a fight na, ang laki ng impact.
Alam mo, yun din naisip ko eh. I was like, pagod ka na rin ba? Di ba? or parang nag-hesitate ka. Nakita mo, he took a knee. I mean, maganda rin yung recovery ni Covington eh. He has really good recovery. Pero at that particular moment, you should have, You should have swarmed him. Kung nakita mo bumagsak, bam! Dapat nag-barrage ka muna kahit ilan man lang. Tignan mo muna. Babagsak pa to. Sayang eh. Isipin mo na lang, no?
Inantay niya sana nung nakita niya bumagsak tapos biglang bumanat siya ng 1, 2, 3 or something eh.
Konti na lang eh. Di ba?
Imagine kung siya yung nanalo doon. Imagine yung trash talking after lalo.
Oo, di ba? They were talking trash na nga before. Ang tawag dito, they were still talking trash nga even after the fight eh, di ba? Pero yun nga, di ba? Sayang. Ang ganda sana nung...
Kung iisipin mo, I mean, for a guy like Masvidal, I mean, he's a tough one, really tough one. Pero one way to look at it, hindi pa rin siya natapos ni Covington, which means nahirapan din talaga siya kay Masvidal. And, pareho sila na, kinaya sila ni Usman eh. So, what does that...
Tsaka tawag dito,
say sa caliber
you have to give it to both of them. Pero I am a little, kasi I kind of expect that performance, from Covington, because Covington is the more active fighter.
Yeah.
Masvidal is a little bit more impressive kasi he's been away from the cage for
matagal eh.
Mas matagal siya eh. He was off fighting from like the last fight he had was the knockout loss from Usman. Pero after nun, wala. He wasn't really doing anything.
Yeah.
Diba? Covington was the more active fighter. Diba? Clearly, both of them were in shape. Pero I was expecting a little bit more cage rust from Masvidal. And he didn't really show that much. I mean, sige, minus the wrestling, minus the reaction time. So I think this is a good determinant para kay Masvidal na, medyo you have to be a little bit more you have to be a little bit more active, okay?
Yeah.
I mean, if you want to keep fighting, diba? If you want to make a career out of this, diba? Medyo kailangan medyo you have to be more serious. And I think din naman na he is there's a few more fights left in him.
Yeah.
He's still
Pero,
good eh. Okay pa eh.
In after this loss, who do you think Masvidal should fight? May mga sinasabi sila Conor versus Masvidal daw kasi pareho naman galing talo eh.
Alam mo, Alam mo, ayan Conor Masvidal. Let's go money fights na. Feeling ko rin naman
Oh,
Masvidal is
pwede.
after fights So, money fights So it's gonna be Conor versus
Kaya
Masvidal,
lang.
Nate Diaz versus Masvidal. Kayo guys, put it in the
Mhm.
comment section. Everyone who's watching and listening, thank you for liking this. Thank you for sharing the live broadcast.
Mhm.
Who do you
Yes.
think should Masvidal fight next? Okay? Sino ang okay na matchup kay Masvidal?
Ring.
Diba?
Kung Nate Diaz kasi, that's gonna be a rematch. Kasi remember, they
Oo,
fought for
they
the
fought
BMF
before.
belt in
BMF belt, 'di ba?
2019 eh.
So, ano ba 'to? Redemption story ba 'to
Mhm.
kay what do you call this?
Pero
Kay
I-wonder kung yung BMF championship na yan, parang hindi na, wala nang balak sila na ipa-defend or anything eh, no? Parang pwede nga sana yan kung Conor versus Masvidal for the BMF championship.
actually, 'di ba? Feeling
Pangyabang
ko
na lang.
I think they should put the BMF belt on the line on
Pwede.
para at least once a year. Kahit once a year, 'di ba?
Dapat nga
Once a
dito sa
year.
Covington, pwede sana palang nilagay on the line
Actually,
yan.
oo nga no. Dapat next time ilagay na nila 'yan.
Oo.
'Di ba? Kasi ano 'yan mas magiging exciting,
Mm.
tsaka magkakaroon ng relevance yung BMF belt, 'di ba?
Mm.
Magkakaroon ng relevance yung
Kasi
BMF
parang
belt,
sayang, nilabas-labas pa nila tapos hindi naman,
'di
wala
ba?
lang,
Tapos
parang
papalabas nyo kay The Rock, 'di ba? Siya mag-i-introduce tapos
yun
wala
nga
naman
eh.
pa, 'di ba? Niloloko nyo kami. Anyway, moving on to the next.
Mm.
This is the highlight of this episode, ladies and gentlemen. So for everyone who's watching and listening, please let us know your thoughts.
Mhm.
Let us know what you think. We are going to cover local boxing,
Yes.
and this is going to be March 12. Okay, March 12 under VSP Promotions, VSP Boxing, and Elorde Boxing. March 12. Um, it's a UKC. It's another card of the U Ultimate Knockout Challenge.
Mhm.
Tiger 2022 na fight card. It's going to happen in the Elorde Ballroom. We are going to cover that fight. Teka
It's
lang.
gonna be
Eto, Marks and
broadcasted.
One. We're going to update you guys about RSF3. So far, wala pa.
Mhm.
Pero they've put a highlights video nung RSF2
Yeah, and may
sa
full
ano
fight na sa YouTube channel ni Makagago.
ni
So if you
MG.
wanna watch
Oo,
that again, punta lang kayo sa channel
'di
niya.
ba? Pero for RSF3, I definitely it's gonna be in the works.
Mhm.
Lalong-lalo na yung champ versus champ na 'yan.
Yeah.
I think people wanted to make that happen. Okay,
Mhm.
so going back to boxing, ladies and gentlemen, VSP Promotions, VSP Boxing, Elorde Promotions, and Elorde Gyms brings you that March 12 card. So we're gonna try to check out and give you glimpses of the matchup. So
Mhm.
the first one is Isa Aliko versus Lynn Sandstorm. Sandstorm ba to or Sandstorm?
Sandstrom.
Parang
Sandstrom.
Sandstorm. Okay, alam ko rin Sandstorm So Lynn Sandstorm. Lynn Sandstorm has a very unique story behind her. So she's a ping pong player
She
turned
was a
professional boxer.
pro table tennis
'Di
player.
ba? Pro table tennis player turned professional boxer. It's a very interesting story. It's interesting in the sense na yung shift, sobrang
Mhm. Ang layo
magkaibang
eh.
mundo eh. Ang layo, ang layo. And then we got Isa Aliko. Isa Aliko is from Cagayan de Oro City. He sports a 7-win record in boxing,
Mhm.
with 5 of them coming via way of knockout. She is going to be the main focus of this fight kasi
Mhm.
'di ba, it's going to be very interesting when Pinoys fight foreigners.
Yep.
Lumalabas
Yeah.
yung ano yung Pinoy pride dun eh. And
Mhm.
Isa Lico is really good, 'di ba? Ikaw JC, what do you know about Isa?
Well, actually, wala masyado. Pero considering her record, this is gonna be a tough one for Sandstrom kasi Sandstrom is 2-1. So 2 wins, 2 losses, 1 draw.
Mhm.
And meron siyang dalawang fights against a Pinay na medyo, nahirapan siya. So lalo pa yung dito nagte-train. Siyempre, ibang yung kasi yung kinalaban niya based in Australia. Yung based dito sa Pinas, lalo pa yung mga dito, mas gutom na, I mean, not to take anything away from her previous opponent. Pero yung mga nandito na boxers, we all know na mas gutom sila for recognition, for everything. I mean, lalo na sa panalo. I mean, they wanna make a name for themselves kasi gusto nila kumita ng malaki lalo sa boxing. So,
yung sinabi ni JC na yun, feeling ko yun ang X factor sa laban na
yun
to.
nga.
A lot of
Yun
women,
talaga.
especially in women's boxing sa Pilipinas, want to prove a point. They want to prove their names. They want, parang mas marami silang kailangan patunayan. And this is the perfect opportunity for
Yes.
for Isa Aliko to make
Kasi
that
this is
happen. As in,
considering
if you
ilan lang
take
ba ang women's boxers natin sa Pilipinas talaga na
Oo,
nasa
ilan
pro.
lang yan. Di ba? Ilan lang yan. So, for her to win, and if she is going to win convincingly, this is going to be amazing, not just for her record, pero for her future fights. Di ba? Medyo maganda yung ano niyan. So, the next one is Malfred Mahadas versus John J.V. Antonio. So, Malfred Mahadas is 3-1-0 with 1 win coming via knockout. He is from the Marty Elorde Boxing Stable. John J.V. Antonio is from Caloocan City. This is for 4 rounds. Ito yung mga normally yung 4 rounds, yun yung mga nagbi-build ng portfolio.
Mga bago-bago pa to mga to eh.
Yan yung mga nagbi-build ng portfolio, they want to get their rounds in. Diba? They want to get that ring experience so that they can so from 4 rounds you get to 6 rounds, then 8, 10, 12, so and so and so forth. So ito yung mga nagbi-build ng career nila. So for me, when it comes to 4-rounders, kasi anything could happen.
Yeah.
And
Tsaka
those 4 rounds are 4 critical rounds.
Yeah. Kasi maiksi yung panahon mo to impress, to do your thing eh. Kung
Diba?
sa MMA, ibang bagay, sa MMA at least,
Tsaka
sanay
minsan
tayo
yung 4
dun sa
rounds,
basagan
ito yung ma-action na 4 rounds eh. Diba? I mean, you can't discount 4-rounders Kasi yung 4 rounds na yun, sigurado ka ma-action yung 4 rounds na yun. Garantisado yun.
Usually, it ends up in a knockout eh. So,
Most of the fights that I covered so far, yung mga 4-rounders, either KO, TKO, pero kung umabot man sa decision, laging maganda, laging exciting yung mga laban. So, the next one is Jonathan Almacen from VSP Boxing Stable, Vietnam versus John Paul Bentoso from Siam Yut Nak Muay Stable. Si Siam Yut Nak Muay Stable.
Nak Muay Stable, ito yung actually Muay Thai talaga sila, pero interesting enough, pupasok na rin sila sa boxing I mean,
nagpo-produce sila. I've seen so many fighters already. Parang yung mga kinover ko rin na boxing events before. I've seen some fighters from them. Magaling.
Sa La Union ba yung kinover mo na yun na meron din
Pangasinan. Yun, meron. Magaling. So this fight is for 6 rounds. So the light
these guys
flyweight,
were former Muay Thai fighters going into boxing. Parang yung ginagawa ng mga Thai.
So Jonathan Almacen has 7 wins, 2 wins via way of knockout, and then John Paul Bentoso has 3 wins with 3 knockouts. Medyo I'm looking forward to this one as well. Bremo, 108 pounders. These are small, so these are crafty, quicker, faster. Mabibilis yan. So 6 rounds in the light flyweight division. So again, everyone, Jonathan Almacen versus John Paul Bentoso. And then the next one is a super lightweight bout. This is for 6 rounds as well. So we got Carlo Baccaro. Carlo Baccaro from Omega Boxing Promotions versus Jimmy Borbon from Santa Elena, Camarines Norte. So Carlo Baccaro has 8 wins, 6 wins via way of knockout. Boy. Omega Boxing Promotions. This organization has been bringing out really nice boxing events. Diba? Ito yung sa Cebu. Tama ba, diba? Cebu ba?
Omega Boxing sa Cebu.
Diba? Tama? Maganda yung production value. Tapos high level yung mga boxingero. I've watched their fights, their event. Ang galing So Carlo Baccaro coming from that promotion, so it's Omega Boxing, and then he's up against Jimmy Borbon. So Jimmy naman has 7 wins, 4 wins via way of knockout. So when it comes to
Jimmy
knockout
Borbon
ratio,
is one of the yung magkapatid na Borbon. His brother Chu Borbon, I remember na-feature pa yung kapatid niya sa isang sa show on TV, yung live story noon pinalabas kasi ito yung kapatid niya nabuhay as a fighter para pag-aralin yung asawa niya. May ganung angle. So itong kapatid niya na si Jimmy, I guess, idol yung
Ay,
kapatid niya.
yung during the
Sa
pandemic yung story na
yeah.
yun, di ba?
Parang sa magpakailanman yata.
Oo, di ba? Oy, dapat naman medyo kayo doon, sana naman maganda yung nyo doon. Yung TF niya doon dahil mukhang makabagbag damdaming kwento yun.
Oo.
Diba? So again, that's Carlo Baccaro versus Jimmy Bourbon, super lightweight. This is for 6 rounds. And then we got Lawrence Rosas from Marte Elorde Boxing Stable going up against Justine Ace Tesoro from Siamyut Nakmoy Stable. Rosas has 9 wins, 3 wins via way of knockout. Tesoro has 5 wins, 2 wins via way of knockout. I've covered both of these fighters. Rosas is the fighter that brings you in the deep waters. Yan, hindi yan medyo
pressure fighter ba siya?
Medyo yan nagsa-start yan, nagpi-pick up siya ng momentum towards the 5th round. Pero if their fight is 6 rounds lang, medyo may sense of urgency dapat ang magiging laban ni Rosas dito. Okay, so Lawrence Rosas. Then kasi si Tesoro, ayan, Justine Ace Tesoro is one of those fighters to look out for. I've covered some of his fights as well. This kid is really good. Good fundamentals, maganda ang niya, maganda ang trajectory ng skill sets niya so far. Then we got the next one, Jason Buenoobra versus Ramon Basas. Jason Buenoobra is from Marte Elorde Boxing Stable. Ramon Basas is from Olivetti Boxing Stable. Two of the more stable two of the more stable na what do you call this, na promotions, boxing stables ngayon. Of course, our favorite, sir, kamusta po kayo? Silver Lining. Okay, Silver Lining Boxing TV. Please subscribe to his channel, people. Really good boxing content. I was able to I was fortunate enough to co-chair or co-host with him sa kay Kuya Jerry Peñalosa's channel. Really good boxing insights. Please follow him, subscribe him on his YouTube channel, Silver Lining Boxing TV. And who else? Silver Lining, ang tawag dito, March 12, March 12. Sino yung picks mo? Who are your picks for the March 12 fight sa VSP Promotions? We're just running them down. And then we got Jason Buenoobra versus Ramon Basas. And then that's in the super bantamweight division, 122 pounds. Another 6 rounds to. Okay, 6-rounder na naman to. And then another 6-round fight, super bantamweight naman, 120 pounds. This is Giovanni Escanero. Giovanni Escanero versus Albert Alcoy. Giovanni Escanero is from Marte Elorde Boxing Stable. And then Albert Alcoy is from Marinduque City. Escanero is a pretty interesting record. 20 wins, 12 wins via way of knockout.
Wow. Medyo veterano.
Seasoned vet na to. Seasoned. Parang okay. Veteran moves na to. Then Albert Alcoy has 15 wins and then 5 wins via way of knockout. So we got a finisher versus a methodical striker. Okay? So ano yan? Let's see how doon mo makikita ngayon this is pag nakakakita ko ng ganyan, doon mo makikita how each fighter is going to implement their strategies. Titignan mo ngayon, ano ba yung mga nila? Are they going to makikipagsabayan ba sila sa kalaban nila or steady sila, aantayin nila yung mga later rounds? Pero this is a 6-round fight. So it's going to be interesting how Albert Alcoy will implement his strategies. Kasi kung 6 rounds lang ang meron ka, hindi ka pwedeng umi-steady.
Yeah.
So another one, the featherweight division, another 6 rounds, 130 pounds. We got Richard Pumikpik from Elorde plus BF.
Pabigat kamay nito mga...
Oo nga eh. Oo nga.
Bakit parang napapansin ko?
Diba?
Pabigat yung kamay ng mga
Sabi ko,
nasa card.
oo nga eh. Habang patas. Ang galing. That's one of the things that I really admire about VSP promotions. They know how to make a fight card. It's a rare talent to get someone to create a fight card that will work, that will build momentum, not just for your promotions but for the audience. Kasi tingnan mo to, Richard Pumikpik versus Pablito Cañada. Diba? 6 rounds. 6 rounds. So Richard Pumikpik is from Elorde plus BF. Pablito Cañada is from Zamboanga. But Pablito Cañada trains in... Hindi ba sa Manila to? Sa MP Highlands? Alam ko sa MP Highlands nagtatrain to eh. Okay, if anybody knows Pablito Cañada and you know where he is training right now, please put it in the comment section so that we can mention the gym where he's training right now.
Okay. Ang damat ng boxer kayo, pakita yung
diba? Richard Pumikpik versus Pablito Cañada. Both veterans. Okay? So Pumikpik has 22 wins, 7 wins via way of knockout. Pablito Cañada has 7 wins, 1 win via way of knockout. Most memorable fight for me so far kay Pablito is his fight against John Estrada. They both were trying to knock out each other. They almost knocked out each other. Pablito went down first, then he was able to recover. Ganda ng resilience niya. And then towards the next few rounds, naisahan niya pa si John. Ay nako, nagwawala kaming lahat nun dun sa venue. Ganong kaganda yung laban na yun. So this fight is going to be for 6 rounds. Who will have the sense of urgency and who will try to outpoint the other fighter?
Kasi mga ganyang kaikling laban, you can't be slacking off eh.
Exactly. Normally, pag gusto mong pumacing, mga second round yan. Tapos pag third round, kailangan may idea ka na. Medyo behind pa ako. Medyo kailangan ko humabol. Diba? And then another 6-round fight. Super lightweight division in the 140 pounds. We have Gino Rodrigo versus Roberto Gonzalez. These are crafty veterans as well. Yeah. So Rodrigo has 6 wins, 4 wins via way of knockout. He is from the Olivetti Boxing Stable.
From Laguna, right?
He likes to set things up in such a way na he's gonna give you a sense of complacency na para, okay, ito yung pace natin. Then magugulat ka na lang isang round, bigla na lang siya nagdoble ng aggression, nagdoble ng fight output. Parang, yan yung style ni Gino Rodrigo. And then Roberto Gonzalez, the more veteran of the two, okay? Gaano po siya ka-veteran? His record is 28 wins, 17 wins via way of knockout. So
pag yung mga ganyan na ang record tapos bumabalik sila sa mga 6 rounders, mga 4 rounders usually to, 'di ba? Yung mga matagal na tigil lumaban tapos kailangan nila pumick up ulit.
Oo. Tsaka rin, ang tawag dito, this is something that's admirable about VSP promotions. They want to keep their fighters active. They want the fighters in their promotions to be active, but more importantly, they want the boxing community to stay active and grow. So, I mean, this is just my personal opinion. If I'm wrong, pakisabi po sa comment section at if you have a better understanding of this. Kasi if you have lower round limits, like for example, marami kang 6 rounders, 8 rounders, diba? A couple of 4 rounders, then yung mga main card mo lang yung 10 or 12 rounds. You can fit more fighters in the fight card. You can fit more matches. So if you can fit more matches, mas marami kang matchups na mailalagay sa fight card mo. Mas marami kang boxers na matutulungan, mas marami kang boxingerong mababayaran, mas marami kang gyms na matutulungan. So kasi ang dami ng fight card.
Ang dami nga eh.
Ang dami. So, ibig sabihin, they're really making
15 bouts all in all to, di ba?
Di ba?
Usually sa boxing, mga 8 to 10, diba? Madami na.
So, gusto lang din talaga nilang mag-flourish yung industry tsaka yung community. So, again, thank you VSP Promotions for doing this. And it's a very entertaining cards. A lot As a fight fan, I appreciate you guys doing this. And I think people who are going to watch this, ma-appreciate nila tong fight card na to. Then the next one is Arnel Baconaje versus Leonardo Doronho. This is another 6-round fight in the 135-pound division. Baconaje is 14 wins, 11 by knockout. He is from VSP Elorde South Box. Leonardo Doronho is from Reyes Gym. He sports an 18-win fight record with 11 wins via way of knockout. Let's talk about Arnel Baconaje. This guy is really good. Ang nakakatakot kay Baconaje, nagsisimula pa lang siya sa career niya. Ikaw, JC, with all the Baconaje fights that you were able to watch, what were your observations?
Sa mga mga kakabahan ka kung anong pwede mangyari sa kalaban niya when he fights. Kasi, di ba? Parang, uy, teka, easy lang. Ano to parang gigil to lumaban parate. I mean, he's always out to impress. Very exciting ang mga laban ni Baconaje talaga.
That's the key word there. Arnel is always out there to impress. I mean, if you want to go slow, he can go slow with you.
Yeah.
If you want to slug it out, he will slug it out with you. And ang maganda doon, nakikinig siya kay Coach Rush, nakikinig siya sa instruction sa kanya. He can make mid-fight adjustments. So far, halos lahat ng napanood ko at kinover ko na mga laban ni Baconaje, hindi siya I mean, yung part na sinabi ni Jason nang gigigil siya, like, this was his early part of his career kasi siguro, yun nga, he wants to impress so much. Gusto niya highlight victory. The past 2 fights na nakita ko, the past 2 fights na I covered kay Arnel, medyo may momentum na siyang nasusustain na parang, okay, medyo, sige, gusto mong patagalin to, patatagalin natin. Pero habang pinapatagal mo, gugulpihin kita. This guy has power, man.
Yeah. Nagiging mas given that, no? Parang habang tumatagal, nagbabago na rin talaga yung galaw ng mga boxers natin. Nagiging mas methodical, nagiging mas scientific na yung boxing nila compared before.
And and the reason why I like this matchup, Leonardo Doronho is no pushover. Okay? Tapos pag nakita nyo si Leonardo Doronho, minsan nagtataka ako paano nag-135 tong taon to. Ang lapad niya, man.
Mukha nga
Ang laki ni Doronho, bro. So, parang ako iniisip ko kada weigh-ins, how does this guy make 135? This guy is huge. Diba? Tapos, he has that ability to make weight and at the same time, pag akyat sa ring, pag alam niyang mas malaki siya sa'yo, i-impose niya yung size niya. Yun ang maganda yun ang interesting kay Doronho. He knows the limitations and the strengths of his physical attributes and then ipapasok niya yun. Titignan niya muna kung saan siya magiging advantageous. Kung is he gonna walk you down? Is he going to lean on you? Is he going to slug and then hug? Diba? Slug and hug. Kaya babarad siya, bigla kang yayakapin. Pag niyakap ka, dadaganan ka ngayon. Diba? Pag dinaganan ka, diba? So i-implement niya ba yun? And more importantly, how is Baconaje going to adjust sa style ni Doronho? Alam mo, ito, isipin mo, buwele yung nasa baba eh. Pagdating mo dun sa pumikpik kanyada, medyo nagpipik ka na eh. Then biglang sakto, Rodrigo Gonzalez. Tapos hahapyawan ka ng Baconaje Doronho. Parang, what the hell? Ano mo yun? Ang ganda ng sequencing eh. And then, the next one is an 8-rounder from in the featherweight division. We got hot and spicy Michael Dasmariñas from Hardstone.
Bibigyan ka pa bigla ng hot and spicy Michael Dasmariñas,
diba?
ano?
From LU. From LU. Diba? From LU. He's going up against Danny Tampipi from San Miguel Tarlac. So this is the battle of Northern Boxers. Ayan po tayo. Michael Dasmariñas, the last outing was medyo anticlimactic. I was really looking forward to see Michael Dasmariñas during that fight. However, ano siya ano nga ba? Headbutt or eye poke? Headbutt nga ba? Basta
Headbutt
doctor stoppage. Basta ang bilis. Ang bilis lang ng laban. Bilis lang. Sayang. Medyo we were kinda hoping that it would sana naman it would be a better outing
Parang pangbawi
for
niya sa ano yan
Dasmariñas.
for his
For
loss
the
from
Inoue fight.
Inoue.
Oo. 'Di ba? And then we got Danny Tampipi. Danny Tampipi will pose a lot of challenges for Dasmariñas. So Danny Tampipi has 9 wins, 5 wins via way of knockout. Hot and Spicy has 30 wins, 20 wins via way of knockout. So these guys for 8 rounds will definitely not hold any punches. So they'll probably feed off each other first 2 to 3 rounds, then eventually expect them to go all out after that. Kasi nga 8 rounds lang, you have to impress the judges or you have to finish the fight kagad. Ganun yan. Okay, there are no in-betweens there. Of course, the next barn burner is going to be between John Estrada versus Jess Ray Wanimal. Wanimal ba talaga? Waminal, sorry. Ayan. John Estrada is from VSP Elorde Southbox and Jess Ray Waminal is from WLS Boxing Gym. So John has 14 wins, 13 wins via way of knockout, and then Waminal has 14 wins, 8 wins via way of knockout. So this is going to be 8 rounds in the 126-pound division. Si John Estrada, sa totoo lang ano to meron tong kanang kamay ni Bathala Ewan ko ba, lahat na binabato, natutulog yung mga kalaban Lahat ng kinover ko kay John, lahat knockout. Yung last 2 fights, muntik din siyang ma-knockout. Pero ito yung okay kay John. Bro, ang pinaka-okay kay John, he's always balls to the wall. Let's go, bite down on my mouthpiece, and let's get this done. That's the type of fighter he is. He is a crowd darling for sure. Kung may crowd tayo, ang daming fans nitong si John Estrada, promise. Kasi grabe. As in game. Kasi first round pa lang, okay, let's measure each other out. Diba? Tapos bigla second round, pukpukan na. Diba? I strongly suggest you watch John Estrada's last fight. So you can look that up in my YouTube channel. I put the fights there. And then another fight is John Estrada versus Pablito Cañada. That's also on my channel. Panoorin nyo kung paano sila magsuntukan. As in, bigay kung bigay. Everything. Diba? And hindi siya yung away. Hindi siya yung boxing kalye. Yan, tawag ni JC boxing kalye. Yung akala mo, imbes na diretso, letter U yung mga suntok, di ba? Pabilog yung mga suntok.
Yung mga suntok na mula Cubao hanggang Alabang, yan.
Oo, di ba? From Cubao to Alabang, di ba? Tapos akala nila sobrang lakas nun, di ba? Yan yung mga... See, when you watch, if you want to watch a knockout artist, okay, it executes perfectly. You gotta watch John Estrada. Admittedly, I have little knowledge about Jess Ray Waminal. This is the first time I'm going to watch him. So I'm really looking forward to how he is going to scout. How is he going to adjust sa laro ni John Estrada. Okay? Then, of course, your last 3 bouts. These are the 3 main bouts of this card. Yes, silver lining, sir. Tama-tama. Magaling ang lineup. Magaling yung mga organizers. Ang ganda ng lineup na to. Totally agree. So we got Bienvenido Ligas. Ben Ligas versus Roland J. Biendima. So Ben Ligas is from Elor de las Piñas, VSP Elor de las Piñas. And Roland J. Biendima is from General Santos City. It's very interesting how these 2 people are going to duke it out. So Ligas has 13 wins, 9 via way of knockout. Biendima has 15 wins, 8 wins via way of knockout. Ligas is one of the more methodical fighters we have. As far as I know, there's probably more out there. Pero si Ligas yung very scientific. Alam mo, you wanna see sweet science boxing in the Philippines? You watch Ben Ligas. Your thoughts on this one, JC?
Actually, kasi si Ligas, if I remember right, didn't he come from last year, a recent medyo
Oo, yung sa Cebu.
controversial loss, di ba? Sa Cebu. This is
Oo,
medyo
oo. So
redemption
yun.
fight for
Oo
him eh.
nga, no. Naalala ko ni
Plus,
JC yun.
this is
Oo
for
nga,
the
no.
Philippine Flyweight Championship. So, added pressure kasi kailangan niyang mag-bounce back from that issue, from that controversy.
Do you remember who he fought there?
Si
Letter A?
April Jane Abney.
Abne.
Abney.
Yeah.
Akala
I
ko
was watching that
magre-rematch pa
fight.
sila eh. Alam ko
I
after
watched that
nitong
fight.
fight na
It was
to,
really close.
we had Coach Rush on the show.
Oo. Kunento nga pala ni Coach Rush kung ano nangyari
Oo.
doon. Okay, yeah, oo nga no. I saw it na. RP Flyweight
Mm.
Championship. Okay, this is good. 12 rounds, 112
Mm.
pounds for the Philippine Flyweight Championship. Nakakatuwa naman, no? Nag-ano na tayo, mas marami ng Philippine Championships kasi it's good recognition
Oo nga
eh, 'di
eh.
ba? Philippine Championship, 'di ba? And then
Parang
eventually you can go, 'di
added
ba?
motivation din
Major
for them.
promotions na. Oo. Para makita nila na merong path, merong pinupuntahan yung career nila. Yes, Silver Lining TV. Yes, magla-live ako doon. I will cover that event. I will be there. I will commentate. I will do a play-by-play. And hopefully, sana matuloy. Play-by-play kami ni PH Boxing Corner. We're very excited for it. Kami naman, we love watching fights. We love the fact that we could serve and tell you the story of these events. And syempre kami gusto namin very yun nga lang po yung mga manonood, medyo technical po kami, okay? we go the technical route, okay? We'll go play by play, we'll analyze the movement, titingnan na i-explain namin sa inyo kung ano yung nangyayari sa loob ng ring, ano yung adjustments na kailangan gawin ng mga fighters, and then we'll discuss afterwards. And we do discuss things in the comment section during breaks. Next one is, this is the co-main event. This is for the WBA Super Bantamweight title. Ang ganda naman.
For clarification
And then also,
lang.
Game.
For clarification lang kasi, itong mga nakalagay dito sa card na to, a lot of people are confused kasi nakalagay World Boxing Association Super Bantamweight title, may mga current champions tayo. I don't know kung ba't nagkaganito, pero if I remember right, these are WBA Asia Super Bantamweight titles and the WBA Asia Super Featherweight titles.
So WBA Asia.
Yeah, Asia, pagkakaalala ko.
Well, not bad pa rin. WBA pa rin.
Oo.
Is it WBA, the WBA, or is it some other
the
WBA? Yun naman pala eh. Pero still, WBA Asia Super Bantamweight title and the Philippine Super Bantamweight title will be on the line. We got two belts. This is going to be the fight between Karl James Martin from Ifugao Boxing Stable versus Ronnie Baldonado from Cotabato. So Martin has an unblemished record, 18 wins, 15 wins via way of knockout. Then Ronnie Baldonado has 15 wins, 9 wins via way of knockout. Medyo interesting. Ikaw, what are your thoughts on this fight?
For this matchup kasi, Ronnie Baldonado, I'm sure he's gonna want to na makilala ng tao, na umingay yung pangalan niya. Kasi, I mean, I'm sure a lot of people don't know his name compared kay Karl James Martin. Which means na, malamang sa malamang ang tatargetin ni Baldonado, hindi lang basta panalo against Martin via decision. He's gonna try to knock him out to really impress. And si Martin naman, and this is gonna be his first attempt nga ba for at least a regional title, which is one step closer to yung I'm sure pangarap ng lahat ng boksingero na magkaroon ng actual major world title. So, he's gonna be out there to definitely make a statement.
Tsaka I think right now, lahat ng makakalaban ni Karl James Martin would want to be the guy na maglagay ng ng isang guhit doon
Yes.
sa loss
Bibigyan,
record mo. 'Di ba? It's if it happens, it's normal. Pero if you're the first guy to do it kasi nagkakaroon siya ng sentimental value, 'di ba? So
Oo.
Martin's well, I was following Martin's career path and the trajectory of it. Wala siyang hype train eh. He created his own hype train. He started off local scenes, then eventually he picked up momentum, and now there's a group of people who want to see him succeed, and then there's that other group that says na yun nga, you're the guy that's been taking the easy fights to pad your record so that you could go to the title, diba? And then there were a lot of criticisms about his
Actually, hanggang ngayon, even this matchup, kine-question kasi nga, I mean, is this gonna be another easy fight for Martin? Ang tinatanong ng mga tao, but it's not his fault.
Oo. As in, everyone's gunning after you now. Diba? So lahat yan ngayon, every time nalalaban ka, diba? Mas malaki na yung target sa ulo mo ngayon. Diba? Ay, sa likod mo. Sige, sa ulo mo rin, syempre. Diba? So, it's going to be interesting how he is going to adjust. And then, there's another shot at getting a second belt. Hindi ko pa nakikita itong belt na to. Mamaya nga titignan ko ano ba itsura nitong WBA Asia belt na to. Diba? Medyo to And then, sino ba, kita mo, hindi talaga ako magaling sa pangalan eh. Nakalimutan ko lang kung sino yung kalaban ni Martin doon sa una. Yung when he got the
si Mark Anthony
Heraldo, yun. And that was a close fight. Pero he won that fight. Nag-rally siya towards the late half of the fight. And then, he just showed superior technical proficiency. As in, timing was there, speed was there. Si Heraldo kasi, during that fight, parang nag-hold back siya. Ewan ko, I don't know what basta, pag pinanood niyo yung laban, magtataka ka eh. Nag-ebbs and flow siya eh. Parang may nagsasabi ba sa yung ahead ka sa scorecard? Sa'yo ba yun? Hindi. Parang magtataka ka eh. What the hell is this guy doing? Diba? So Martin capitalized on that one.
Yeah.
And ito yun here's like a really small trivia, okay? Natapilok si Martin dun sa laban na yun
Oo nga.
Diba?
Totoo nga.
As in, natapilok siya dun. Actually, twice ko na siya nakikita natatapilok sa laban. yung sa Laguna niya, natapilok din siya eh. Baby too fast. Jesse Raffles, hey! MMA fighter and MMA coach, Jesse Raffles. So, malaking shoutout sa'yo. Diba? He's now
former
currently
URCC
training
champion,
fighters.
diba?
Yes, former URCC champion. Gerald Paat, magandang gabi rin sa'yo. Okay? Diba? Even, kahit si Silver Lining, diba? Nagagandaan siya dun sa matchup. Martin versus Baldonado. Diba?
Itong nasa pangapat na ako, tatanong ko lang. Isang part doon.
Diba? That's gonna be very, very interesting. Teka lang.
Yeah.
Ba't ganun?
Teka, titignan ko nga yung...
Verify niya kung kasi nakalagay doon sa title.
Ay, WBC pala to.
WBC or?
Yeah, tinitingnan ko yung ano kasi. Medyo magulo kasi nga dahil na ang in-indicate nila dito is WBA Super Bantamweight title. But if you, ang alam ko Asia, pero ang dami kasing belts talaga. Meron pa kasing mga WBA Asia, silver, may mga kung ano-ano pang belts.
Oo nga eh.
Hindi malinaw kung alin ba talagang belts ito eh. Teka,
alam mo, minsan nga, minsan yung mga ganyan, inisip ko, gusto nyo ba paramihan na lang ng belts talaga ngayon?
Oo nga eh. parang ganun ngayon nangyayari actually. Parang it's all about getting the belts na lang. Hindi na nga masyado na defend ng maayos yung mga belts eh. Yun pa ang bad trip to eh.
Ano na? Sa
Ayan, meron lang akong sinasagot sa ating mga mungkahi.
Sabi ni Richard Potter, like I keep saying, parang email si Jason, ganyan.
Yung mga ano natin yung mga syempre we have to engage with our fans. Yan ang ating mga
I think we have to clarify this information with VSP na rin kung ano ba talaga itong mga belts nito kasi ang alam ko Asia pero apparently there's something more to it na kailangan nating malaman. It's not hindi kasi nakalagay sa ibang mga ano eh. Dapat na sa Boxrec to si Boxrec ayaw ipakita eh.
Yan kay yung sa Jess bukas.
Wait lang.
Morton.
Diba? So we have that. Sayang Oy, thank you. Sabi ni Champ, sabi ni Martin, nanonood daw siya. Thank you so much for watching, Champ. Sayang. Gusto ko na ipasok dito kaso di na nag-cooperate yung internet Siya yung kausap ko ngayon Baka hindi nag-cooperate yung internet niya. O kaya yung signal natin, malabo. Kaya hindi siya makapasok.
Medyo choppy din tayo eh.
Diba?
Ayun. Nakalagay dito sa site ng VSP Promotions. It's the WBA Asia Super Featherweight tsaka Super Bantamweight. Pero I checked it sa WBA website. Parang meron namang current champ for that. So, I don't know. I'm a bit confused kung merong pwedeng mag-clarify nito.
Hindi, pero either way, Asia or whatever. Basta
tama.
WBA Asia.
Bantamweight, Super Bantamweight and Super Featherweight. Super Featherweight. Tama. Pareho pa lang vacant ngayon. Which is good. Tama. So, WBA Asia, Super Bantamweight and Super Featherweight. Yung sa WBA Asia Super Featherweight Championship, Pinoy din may-ari nito. Kaya lang, ang talagang may hawak si Roldan Aldea. Kaya lang, for some reason, on the WBA Asia boxing website, nakalagay dito na he's currently champ in recess. I don't know why.
Yan naman tayo mga champ in recess.
Ano na naman yung...
Those champ in recess things. Okay? So that's a co-main event. You got Karl James Martin from Ifugao Boxing Stable. Ronnie Baldonado from Cotabato. Will Ronnie Baldonado provide that first loss kay Martin or will Martin continue with the unblemished record? Okay, it's going to
and actually become a regional champion.
Based on how I see this fight panning out, it's how Martin will keep his composure and his focus in terms of adding another belt to his waist. Diba? For Ronnie Baldonado, Baldonado's main motivation now is he's going to be the spoiler of the party. Diba? If you're fighting against a Karl James Martin, you want to be the spoiler of the party. You want to stop you want to be the guy that stops the hype. Diba? There's a lot of you have nothing to lose and everything to gain. Diba?
Yes.
Everyone's gunning after Martin ever since after he was winning 6 or 7 wins. Diba? That's when everything started popping up for Martin. So now, if you're gonna be the guy to stop that, not only will you reap the benefits of getting a belt, diba? So magiging tig-isa kayong belt, and at the same time, you have, diba? Ikaw yung makapagsabi, ako pala nakatalo dyan. Diba? So how will all of these things... diba? How will all of these things span together? How will both fighters react dun to what's at stake, diba? And how will it affect their careers? Those are the angles of the story. That's why I'm really really looking forward to this fight. Kasi for Baldonado side, it's getting rid of the hype. For Martin's side, how does he paano ngayon yung adjustments niya now that he's the champion? Kasi ikaw yung nag-aasam nung championship before. Ngayon, ikaw na yung champion. Ano na yung gagawin mo? And then, the main event, another 12-round fight.
Mm.
Okay, in the 130-pound division, this is for the WBA Super Featherweight title. So I'm assuming this is the WBA Asia Super Featherweight title.
Yes, WBA siya super
Okay.
featherweight title, tama.
It's going to be between Charlie Suarez versus Tom Jun Mangubat. Charlie Suarez, another unblemished record, 9 wins, 6 wins via way of knockout. Tom Jun Mangubat, 15 wins, 12 wins via way of knockout. So Charlie Suarez is from VSP Boxing Stable. Tom Jun Mangubat is from Omega Boxing Promotions. So 2 major promotions vying for the WBA Asia Super Featherweight title. This one is another fight everyone should be watching. Okay? Mangubat has knockout power. He has more ring experience. Charlie Suarez is a man on a mission. Now,
Okay.
more or less, same scenario. See, Martin and Suarez are one of the top 2 guys in their divisions. Both unblemished records. Both gaining momentum. Both gaining notoriety. Both getting known in their field. And being recognized by their peers. Now, anybody and everybody na makakalaban nila, ang gusto nila ngayon, sila yung magna-notch ng unang pagkatalo mo. And
Considering
ikaw,
si
JC, all of the Charlie Suarez, di ba? And we get to talk to Charlie, we interact with him. How do you see this panning out?
I mean, this kasi, I mean, while sa pros, mas experienced si Tom Jun Mangubat, we all know yung experience ni Charlie Suarez in the amateurs is very, very extensive. I mean, to the point na, I mean, he was even one of the few people, I think the only Filipino that has faced Vasily Lomachenko. Mga ganong caliber ang kinakalaban niya in the amateurs na mukhang yung experience niya in the amateurs has been translating very well in the pros kasi I mean he's still undefeated. I mean si Charlie Suarez is one very technical boxer. I mean nakikita natin tuwing mga laban niya how he breaks his opponents apart. Grabe nga nung sayang nga talaga yung conversation natin with him where he was telling the story about how he trains for that. Grabe yung mga kwento niya na yun. Hopefully, maulit natin and kung sakali, baka pwedeng face-to-face interview with him to share his story para malaman nyo rin lahat how kung bakit Charlie Suarez
story.
Grabe.
It's a story that everyone should know. I have 2 interviews with him on my channel. Just please watch them. It's very insightful. And before anything else, I'd like to give a shout out and recognize one of the best tech women, best women in tech, probably in the Philippines and in Asia. Okay, Attorney Mojica. Hello. Thank you for watching.
Hello.
Thank you for. Ay, ito, medyo nag-ano na siya. Naiintindihan niya na yung mga konting fight news. Nakita niya na yung mga, okay, this guy's good. This guy's getting better. Okay. Medyo na. Pero, again, one of the, it's rare for women to be in the world of tech. Pero she is making it happen. So, again, those are your fight cards. Those are your recaps. Very much looking forward to March 12. Very excited to cover those fights. And again, everyone, thank you for watching. JC, where can people find you?
I'm on TikTok. Di ako sumasayaw, sorry. Pero I make combat sports content sa TikTok and minsan nag-share din ako ng things on how to speak like this in front of the camera kasi marami tayong magagaling when it comes to combat sports and stuff and writing and stuff na gusto rin gawin yung mga ganitong bagay but they're not sure how to start or where to start. You can check out my TikTok page for that one. Pa-follow naman din ako. I'm on Instagram. And syempre, Destroy Manila Podcast. Currently, medyo we don't have any new episodes yet. We're trying to work on that kasi with the whole situation, we want to try to make episodes na magkakaharap kami with our guests. So we'll see about making that happen finally. And yeah, itong Combat Sports Weekly, thank you for continuously supporting us imagine, ilang buwan na lang, 2 years na tayo dito.
Oo nga.
Hindi naman napapansin yun. Naisip ko na lang bigla, wait, 2 years na pala namin ginagawa tong Combat Sports Weekly.
And the show's growing. Di ba? Nagulat na lang
Yeah.
ako. Dati two viewers. Ngayon, parang dami na natin. Nakakatuwa naman. Di ba? So everyone, please destroy Manel, the JC Reyes. Follow him on Instagram. Now, we just mentioned all of the fight cards, the fighters there. You can go check them out on VSP Promotions, Facebook and Instagram. Please support your local fighters.
Yes,
Diba? Support them on
definitely.
social media. Please follow Carl
Puro
James Martin on
criticism, sana
Instagram.
manood din tayo.
Diba? He has a lot of fans on Facebook. Yung Facebook fans ni Karl James Martin, please follow him on Instagram. He's also on TikTok. Diba? Diba? Let's support our fans. Let's support our local fighters sa mga social media outlets nila. Please also support and follow Charlie Suarez. Charlie Suarez is on Facebook. So Charlie Suarez Official. And then he has Instagram as well. So just type in Charlie Suarez. And of course, please follow VSP Promotions, VSP Boxing, Elorde Gyms. Okay? Elorde Gyms is on Facebook, Instagram, they're on TikTok. They're putting out really good boxing content. Nakakatuwa. Yan, sila Baconaje, sila Ligas. Yan, nasa TikTok din yan.
Yeah,
Ayan, of course. Doc Vince, of course, Doc Vince. We gotta share our love for MMA Davao. We are live on MMA Davao right now.
Yes.
Sige, JC.
Thank you. Yan, thank you then Doc Vince for helping us out, for supporting our humble show din. And din nga, napapansin ko lang din, medyo rant lang ito ng konti. Ang daming nagkikriticize sa ating mga fighters. But if you ask them if they actually watch the fights, lalo na kung may live, hindi makasagot. So, bumabanat ka pero hindi ka naman sumusuporta. What's up with that, man?
Dapat ganun eh, di ba? There's nothing wrong to criticize fighters, pero at least, di ba?
Support,
di ba? Libre naman mag-follow eh. Libre naman mag-subscribe. Libre naman mag-like, di ba? Libre lahat yan, di ba? Diba?
In this one, kung hindi kayo baka, pwede na bang, may audience na ba for this UKC sa March 12?
Parang wala pa ata. Alam ko.
If ever, alam ko, it's gonna be shown on Elorde TV, di ba?
Yep, it's gonna be shown on Elorde TV. It's gonna be live on Coach Franco's Corner here on Facebook and on YouTube. It's going to be live on UKC Facebook as well. So we're all pitching, we're all doing our very best to promote these fighters and to promote these events kasi marami tayong magagaling na boxers.
Yes.
Okay? We have so many talented and hardworking boxers.
This is the post-Pacquiao era. Dapat nating malaman na marami tayong ibang Pinoy boxers, future champions, future superstars.
And ito yun na, nawala si Manny. Pero napalitan ng Suarez, ng Martin, ng Ligas, ng Baconaje, di ba? Napalitan ng tapos may mga up-and-comers pa. May Estrada ka, meron kang Ladrada, meron kang Kizo, di ba? Di ba? You have so many, you got very entertaining fighters as well. Meron kang Laurente, di ba? Tas yung mga current crop natin, meron kang Carlo Peñalosa, meron kang Mark Magsayo, di ba? Meron kang Yumir Marshall, meron kang Jonas Sultan, Jerwin Ancajas. There's di ba? Ako, Pacquiao retired, trade-off, ang daming champion. That's a really good trade-off.
Dapat nga, after he retired, we should have highlighted all our other boxers. I mean, we should try to know our other boxers more.
Wala, yan ang natin ngayon. Yan ang ginagawa natin ngayon. That is the main reason why we're doing this, di ba? We could be doing something else. Pwede kami tumambay, pero mas gusto namin gumawa ng show na sasabihin namin sa inyo, huy, panoorin nyo tong fighter na to. Huy, panoorin nyo naman tong fighter kasi magaling siya, di ba?
Yes.
So again, everyone, please support. We appreciate the love that we're getting, but di ba? If there's anything we could ask from you guys, watch the fighters, support their social media outlets and their social media channels, give them positive reinforcement, give them positive messages, diba? Encourage them to work harder and become champions. and we will tell their story. So I'm also all over social media. I have Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok. So just type
Yes.
in my name, it's there. Okay, so it's Coach Franco Rulloda, Coach Franco's Corner. Please like and subscribe. And thank you to everyone who's watching. We'll see you next week on the next
Yes.
episode of Combat Sports Weekly. Bye bye. Exercise, get sunlight. Okay,